This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Crown and Andrews Board Games. Fun for the whole family. And Scoot Airlines. Get out of here with Scoot.
Hello Australia, welcome to episode 632 of The Couch. We have got a big show today. We've got some comedians on the lounge today, 3 of them. There should be 4, but there's only 3. The Motherhood Comedy is the show that they're promoting today and themselves, so stay tuned. We're going to have a bit of a laugh with them. Later on, we're looking at the brand new movie Stan and Ollie. It's come out again, or coming out very soon. We've got an exclusive look at the trailer. There's a new honey in WA. It's called smoked honey. We're going to find out how we can eat it with cheese platters and also ham and leg of lamb as well. It's amazing. The people from Fireworks and Smoke will be coming in to show us how to eat. Not that I don't already know that. The Pontificants are also in with Steve Collins for their final segment for the year. A little bit of comedy there. And later, Steve takes us to his favourite hotels in Talking Travel. Music-wise, we've got Control coming in. They're a lovely teenage band. And a young girl that's 13 that's written her own song called Amy Wright. Let me talk no more. Episode 632 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch.
I'm just talking to our lovely comedians that are coming up very soon for you to meet. But to open the show today, folks, Amy Wright is 13. She's written her own song. It's taken her 3 to 4 months to write this song. Please make her welcome as she performs our opening song today, Centre Stage. Close My Eyes. Over to you, Amy.
Tonight I lay here thinking about my favorite song. Sadness feels like I'm sinking, what have I done wrong? I don't want goodbyes when I try so hard. Tears can fill my eyes, they caught me off guard. Close my eyes, start wishing that the tears would go. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, start wishing that someone would know. Close my eyes. My feelings are strong, why can't you see? You will not change every part of me. I'm a girl who cares with all her heart. Guessing it's best for some time apart. Close my eyes, start wishing that the tears would go. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, start wishing that someone would know. Close my eyes. I'm walking away like I knew I could. You didn't listen when I said I would. I will keep my head held high. It's my choice now, this is our goodbye. Close my eyes, start wishing that the tears would go. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, start wishing that someone would know. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, start wishing that the tears would go. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, start wishing that someone would know. Close my eyes. Close my eyes, oh, just close my eyes. Just close my eyes, oh, just close my eyes.
Well done. That is, of course, Amy Wright. She wrote that song herself, and well done. And we had pleasure having her. She was from our Showtime Talent Quest auditions, and we thought we'd give her a chance as well here on the show, as we've done all year. Now, we're going to be talking to these lovely ladies. Let me introduce them from left to right. We've got Simone Springer,
Hi.
welcome back.
Thank you.
You're one of our
Thanks for
regular.
having me.
We've got Pony, or today your real name is Jodie Lawrence, but your stage name is Pony.
Yes, thank
You're
you.
going to tell us why they call you Pony.
Okay.
And of course, far right, we've got Emma Krause.
Hi, yep.
Thank you for coming in. Now, you guys make up the motherhood comedy.
Yes, I feel like we should toast to absent friends.
Yes, we've got a
we have one
missing friend.
missing.
To Lucy.
Lucy.
She's not dead though.
Oh, that's okay. She'll
just
be
couldn't
happy to
here
know when she
today.
watches this.
Yeah.
Now, she couldn't be here today, but there's 4 of you, isn't
Yes.
there?
There is, yeah.
Tell me about the show.
Did you want to start from the start? How we got together? Well, it was really these two, their brainchild. They had this idea for having a show that was all mums doing, mum comedy, relationship
Is it mum
comedy.
humour? Stuff that, as mums,
And
things happen?
relationships.
Yes.
But,
Yeah, so-
anything that's relationships or mum or parenting.
Now, can I run through your characters? Because you
Yeah.
all play different character, I guess, as part of your role.
Yeah.
Simone, what's yours?
Well, it's not so much a character as it is me.
Personality.
Yeah.
Is it you? You play yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of the single mum. I'm divorced, so they call me the divorced diva. But I mean, it is part of who I am. But obviously, on stage, there is an amplified
Why is it
version of
important
yourself.
to play yourself? Why, what do you add to the show?
I guess I'm a bit of the. I'm different. I'm different
The
from the
pink
other
sheep.
mums. I'm the pink sheep
Funny
of the
enough,
group.
this is how people describe you. Because I said, "Are the ladies outside?" I said, "Yeah, the lady with the pink hair."
The pink-haired
And I said,
comedian.
she's always the pink-haired comedian now.
I can't change my hair now. No one will know who I am.
And you're a mum as well.
Yep.
How do you find with the pink hair? Do your kids, or your daughter, isn't it, one child?
I have 2
You have
boys.
2 boys. Sorry. Are you described? Do they describe you as mum with the pink hair?
I get a lot of little girls running up to me saying, "I love your hair, Mummy. Can I have hair like that?" And you see the parents like, "Oh God."
I used to get
Like,
that too.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it must be. It's great to play yourself because you are a mum.
Yep.
And you're a single mum, aren't you?
I am,
So
yeah.
a lot of the humour would. I'm sure it would be about your life,
It is.
the things that happen in your life, and your kids as well. What they bring to you. Pony.
Yes.
Now, what sort of character are you?
Well, I'm from the bush,
Yep.
so it's pretty easy just to be a bush kid.
Are you a nice person?
I am a nice person.
You're tough.
Little bit rough around the edges.
I can't help. I'm trying to think of the actress that's on TV. There's a show called Upper Middle Bogan.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
There's a lady that's in that, and you look like her. And I'm thinking, I wonder if the person that.
Because I do.
Who is that? Can someone give me a
Remember her
hand?
name.
I know.
Adrian knows her. Our director knows
Yeah.
her name, but she's always swearing. Michaela Bannis,
Yes.
that's her. And I can't help but say I see you in
Thank
her,
you.
or her in you.
Thank
So
you kindly.
why is your character really good to follow in the show?
Well, I am a FIFO wife, so, half the year I have to wear the pants.
So nothing like wags.
No, it's slightly the opposite.
So you're quite funny, I'm assuming. Now, do you bring to you're a mum as well, obviously.
Yes.
So do you bring to it your experiences with your
Yes,
kids?
definitely. Kids as well as just living with a husband.
Oh, okay. So it's all the little secrets.
And he
come
comes
out.
to all of our shows, and he's our sound guy, and so he cops a lot. But
Your husband.
He's great. Yeah.
So can you give me a little bit of the humour,
Well,
something that you might have?
For example, the other day I was sitting on the toilet, just trying to have a little bit of me time and doing my son's maths homework. And then this little note comes in under the door. Says, "Everyone's being mean to me." So I just wrote back, or told them to stop. "You're the dad."
And that was it. Did it work?
Every time. I love it.
You're a good mum, good wife,
There you
good
go.
support. Emma,
Yes.
tell me what you add to the show.
Well, I claim to struggle the most because I am a mother of twins with the same father. So that's quite good.
Is that the unusual bit?
Well, I also bring in that little bit of conflict that comes in when you're really busy as a mum
It's hard
and
to
your
have twins
husband.
as well.
Sometimes it's like having 3 kids.
I know. How do you tell them apart? I mean, as a mum and dad, I guess you know your kids. But I always find, how do people always tell their twins apart? You don't put a dot on one and put it behind the ear so you know which one's which.
I had
you
a
ever mix them
friend
up?
that put nail polish on one of her twins just so she could
So
tell.
you know which one it is.
Yeah, mine are fraternal, so they're not identical.
So tell me what we can expect to see at the show, because there's going to be 6 of these amazing shows, and you've got Fringe coming up. But tell us what we can see. When we come to the show, we know it's all about relationships, family. Is there anything that we want to add to that?
So well, we've already done 16 shows, and
wow.
we've sold out almost every single one of them. So if you come to the show, we all do stand-up, so we do our own...
I was going to say, give me a little bit of background where you've all come from, because you haven't just walked in being a mum and now all of a sudden you're a comedian.
No, we all... we started out a fairly similar time. We're all fairly new to comedy, and all of us... part of the show, we do stand up, but there's some songs together, we do some quizzes. The whole show really makes you feel better about your own life.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Mums walking away thinking you're doing a good job.
Is it hard, like being a mum
Yeah.
and doing all the mum things and then going off and doing stand-up shows, usually at night?
Yep.
How hard is that? Do you rely on people to support you, like partners in some ways?
Because
family and friends?
we also work. So
That's what
it's
I mean.
managing
Most
all
of us
that.
in this industry, we have to have another job on the
Yes.
side to keep it
Yeah.
all going.
And-
How hard is
Well,
it?
that's pretty much why we did the motherhood, because we would organise, get the kids sorted, get the babysitters, and then rock up on a Monday or Tuesday night at a pub. There's not mums in the crowd.
It must be nice
So
to have your time.
We have
though.
our own crowd.
Yeah, we've got our own
Fantastic.
crowd. And so when we've done things like out-of-town gigs, it's really good because all of us can get a babysitter. We all stay together. We've had the kids
16
together.
kids.
Yeah.
Did you say
one
16 kids?
She's lying.
16 kids, I'd be
60,
retired.
60,
Oh, 60, even better.
Yeah, and so we are going to do that again next year. We're going to be doing a wheat belt tour. So we get, when we tour, we get to take our kids with
Oh,
us.
that is fantastic. Now, I wonder if you ever bring them up on stage and use them as like props.
No, they don't want to hear what we say. Trust me.
Really? So it's a fun show. It's a bit adult humour as well, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Do you guys sing?
We do.
We try.
Not well,
We try.
but we do. Yeah.
And the other thing I want to know, are you going to be travelling all around WA very soon, or have you already done that?
We've travelled a bit, but we will again. We're going to be doing shows, Pony.
Yes, shows in the wheat belt, but then the next shows coming up are mainly based Fremantle and around.
All right, well, let's run through your shows. Friday the 24th of October, the Motherhood Comedy Side-Splitting Comedy Festival. That's where you can catch the ladies. And Saturday 27th of October, upstairs at the Newport Hotel in Fremantle. Saturday the 27th of October, the Motherhood Comedy Side-Splitter Comedy Festival. Where is that?
That's
Where
in
is it?
Coburn.
Coburn. Can you
Yeah.
tell us what the theatre's called?
So I think it might be in a couple of different locations.
so
but
go to
you
the
can,
website.
You can
Side
search
Splitter.
Side Splitter,
Good to know.
or if you go to our website.
17th of November, which is also a Saturday, they'll be having a show at Rigby's Bar in Perth. We all know where that is. Then on the 23rd, Friday the 23rd of October or November?
November. that
November.
one.
There's a special show, isn't there? Tell me about that
we've
one.
got
Pony.
our show Jumanji, which is our new Fringe
Jumanji.
show, and it's about Welcome to the Jungle Mums. It's a brand new show, so we'll be trying out a lot of stuff ready for Fringe, so that we're ready for next
And the
year.
final show, which will be the 24th of November, that's going to be at the Laugh and Barrel Swan Valley. Tickets available online. Now, if you go to their website, which is, please, Simone, tell us on camera
It
one.
is themotherhoodcomedy.com.
You can catch, there it is on screen right now. Say it one more time.
Themotherhoodcomedy.com.
Rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? We want you to get used to it. They're incredible comedians. They're West Australian women, strong women, mothers, doing an amazing job, and it's really nice to see something different. I hope it goes all around Australia because I think people are going to love it. It's going to be a great show. If you go to their website, you can buy tickets there. You click on the links. They've got the dates there, and please support them because without support from the public, we won't have shows like this because mums have a lot to do without doing these comedy shows, so you need to support them. Thank you very much. You've also got, just to finally, I know we need to go to a break, the Fringe Festival between January and February. What's happening with that one?
So we're doing our first show, the show we've been touring for the last year, which is called Surviving the Circus.
Yes.
But we're also doing Jumanji. So you can get tickets to either of those, and just know that our show is incredibly fun. Like everyone walks out on a huge high, and that's why we love what we're doing.
Well done. Well, congratulations. It sounds like a great show, a lot of fun. Go and follow them. They are, of course, a fantastic group of 4 women. The silly mum's not here today, am I right? It is a silly mum.
being
But they're
silly.
called the Motherhood Comedy. Please support them. West Australian, fresh and local comedians. And it's a lot of fun as well. We're going to take a quick break here on the couch and come back with more fun. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the couch. We have got an amazing author. She's an Australian author called Debbie Malone. She's written this brand new book. It's called Always With You, which I've got here. And I'll tell you a little bit about the book. It's a new book, Always With You. It's retailing for $29.99, by the way, by Rockpool Publishing. It released in September this year. Australia's most gifted and acclaimed psychic medium, Debbie Malone, shares her most challenging and life-changing stories of healing and love, showcasing her extraordinary ability to communicate between two worlds, the living and the one of the dead. On the phone, we've got Debbie. Hello, Debbie Malone. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Not too bad. Your book sounds very interesting. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, the stories, there's quite a few different stories. Some of them are personal journeys and some of them are about some amazing people that I've done readings for and then helping them communicate with their lost loved ones.
How long have you been a psychic, Debbie?
It's about 28 years now.
A long time, since you were quite young,
Yeah.
I would say. When did you find out you had the psychic ability?
I had it as a child, but it frightened me and I shut it down. But I've had 6 near-death experiences. And then I had a
Wow.
miscarriage. And I just woke up and saw dead people.
Do you remember your first experience as a child? Do you remember it still?
Yes, I used to see things in my room and I used to sort of hear a lot of voices. And my mum and dad said I had a great imagination. I was quite frightened of the dark. And when I was about 14, my beautiful grandfather passed over and he used to come and visit me. Just to see him sort of come into the room.
It's amazing because I know of a few people that have passed away, and the young children, she was only 5 or 6, she used to see her uncle come to her at night, and people used to think she had a vivid imagination and she was telling stories. Did that happen with you through your youth?
Yeah, definitely. And I think after it started to frighten me, I really just shut it down. I didn't want to know about it. And then it came back again, and I tried everything to actually shut it down again after the miscarriage, but I actually opened it up even more and just had to learn to work with it and use it to help other people, really.
It's fantastic because it's got a lot of credibility with the book as well, I'm assuming. You're putting a lot of your own experience in the book and stories and stuff that have happened to you. How long did it take you to put the book together?
This book I was writing, because this is my 4th book. I was also writing another book called Clues from Beyond, and so both the stories were unfolding with this book and also the crime, because I'm a psychic detective as well. So the crime side was actually unfolding as well, but we decided to put all of the lovely stories together instead of having a mixture of crime as well as sort of sadness.
Now, where do you do your psychic work? What state are you in?
I'm in New South Wales and I have an office in the Sutherland Shire.
Fantastic. Now, being a psychic, you must either be very popular or sometimes people are a bit frightened of you. I'm assuming there's some of the experiences you've had. Do you find that these days people are wanting to know more and more about their future or their past?
Yeah, definitely. It has certainly changed from when I began to do this sort of work. And it's true, some people want to be around you. They want to know what you can see. But the other part of it, then they're frightened that you're reading their mind as well, which is something that I don't try and do. You don't want to tune into someone if that's not what they would like.
I always think it's funny when people say, oh, I want to know everything, but I don't want to know all the bad things. Do you get that a lot?
Yeah, I do. And then you get the people that want to know the lotto numbers or which poker machine to play, which is like, really, I don't think you're at the right place.
I agree with you, because I guess if you could tell the lotto numbers, you'd be using it yourself as well. And I think people always want to know things that things about romance, about their wealth, about their relationships, and also a lot more than that. I guess you also talk to people that have passed and gone over the other side. They're dead. When did you start doing that?
It all kind of happened at once. The very first thing I started working on was the backpacker murders. So I can see people, feel them, hear them. I can channel them. So, when I'm doing a reading, I do what's called psychometry. So I'll hold on to a piece of jewellery or a photograph, and from that I can make the connection. So I can see the person usually sitting with the client or the person that I'm doing the reading for. I see symbols. I hear them in my right ear. So it all sort of happens at once.
So are we likely to see a lot of this in the book, or read a lot about this in the book?
Yes, you will, and you'll read about. Because I also write angel cards, and I believe very strongly in guardian angels. So there's some stories in there about when my guardian angels saved me, and was in a helicopter incident at Uluru, and then also my son with his past life experience. It came through when I was actually writing the book. It sort of came about by accident. So quite a few different types of stories.
Tell me the target audience. Who needs to get this book, and who will it help?
Oh, I think it's anybody who's sort of curious about the other side, and people that are into spiritual, the spirituality side of things. It's the I don't know, the target market, probably, 16 to 18 upwards.
I guess it's anyone's interested in the other world. Maybe people that
Definitely.
have passed in their family, they want to know how to sort of communicate with them. It's probably a good start to read the book. It may give them a bit of wisdom and also a bit of courage, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. And I think we're all born psychic.
Yeah.
We all have or do I say it's intuition, but we all have our own inner feelings and gut feelings and inner knowings. And I think it's important for us just to, something feels right, do it. But if it doesn't, that's a little warning to sort of say, maybe you should think about it, or maybe you shouldn't cross the road at that time or go down that alleyway. There might be something there that's not, not a very positive experience.
Well, Debbie, I'm getting a bit of a psychic ability now. I bet you've got a website people can go to.
Yes, I do. It's www.betweentwoworlds.net.
There you go. I told you I had a bit of psychic in me. Thank you very much for spending some time with us. The book's called Always With You. It will open our minds. It's a great book, especially with Christmas coming up very soon. A great Christmas present. And if people want to come and catch you in Sydney and maybe do some readings, they can go to your website and contact you?
They can, and I also do Skype and phone readings all around the world as well, so it doesn't matter
Beautiful.
what state you're in. Yes.
Good to know. Well, we'll have to have you back on the show, maybe do a reading for us over the web or something. But thank you very much, Debbie. Great book, great read, and good luck with it.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me on. You have a wonderful day.
Very welcome. Thank you very much. That's Debbie Malone. Now, tell you something else that's great. Entertainment One have just sent me a trailer which will be released in February next year. We've got an exclusive of it. Do you remember the movie Stan and Ollie? Now, when I was growing up 30 years ago, they used to be Laurel and Hardy. Do you remember them? Well, Steve Coogan and John C. Reilly star in the hilarious and touching portrayal of Laurel and Hardy as it was set on their now legendary 1953 tour in Britain. From the acclaimed screenwriter Jeff Pope, who also did Philomena. That's one of the movies that he did. Stan and Ollie pays homage to the original kings of comedy, celebrating a unique friendship and brilliant working partnership. Now, the movie will be out, like I said, in February, but we've now got a sneak preview of the trailer. Here it is.
Camera set. Okay, back projection. Cue music. And action! Hollywood legends Mr. Stan Laurel and Oliver Hardy arrived in Britain today as they embarked on a national tour.
We're doing this while we're waiting for this new picture to come together. I'm going to make sure that this tour gets off on the right foot.
There it is, the Eiffel Tower.
It's amazing that you two are still going strong, still using the same old material.
Here they are.
Such a wonderful reception, isn't it, Ida?
It's okay.
2 double acts for the price of 1.
Pretty empty last night. I guess people just don't want to see Laurel and Hardy anymore.
Has he been pushing you a little too hard, babe?
You know, Stan.
You could have said goodbye, Oliver, a long time ago.
We had a good thing going, but you had this big chip on your shoulder because I did a picture with someone else.
I couldn't sleep for days when they told me what you did. You're just a lazy ass who got lucky because you met me.
Lucky to spend my life with a man who hides behind his typewriter.
You betrayed me. Betrayed our friendship.
You're hollow. You cannot go on stage again in your condition.
I love you, but I won't stand by and watch this nutty tour put you in a wooden box.
I should never have had us take this tour. I love him, Ida.
You're not leaving, are you, Stan? The show must go on.
When you watch our movies, it was just the two of us. All we had was each other.
Je ne regrette rien. And you shouldn't regret rien either.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Stan Laurel and Mr. Oliver Hardy.
I'll miss us when we're gone. So will you.
That is, of course, the new movie Stan and Ollie. It's coming out February 2019. Thanks to Entertainment One. We'll give you more details when it does come out so you can go and watch it. Now, in the studio, I had the pleasure a couple of weeks ago of listening into my favourite station, 6PR here in Perth. And on there was a guest talking about smoked honey. Well, I wrote to them, and the guy who runs the company with his wife is here today. Tristan, thank you for coming in. Tristan Chambers.
G'day,
now, you're from a company. Tell us about your company.
Fireworks and Smoke. We cold smoke raw honey. We get the raw honey out of Muche, a really interesting variety of honey. Got a lot of eucalypt character about it. So it's got some red gum, it's got some black butt, it's got some bottle brush in there. A unique flavour when you cold smoke it. What we found is that with cold smoke, it's a smoke that's done at low temperatures, and we can keep the honey from pasteurising.
So what made you do this? What did you have that you went, wow, this is nice?
Well, we started off as a competition barbecue team, and we like different ways to kind of dress our dishes for the competition circuit to make them stand out from other dishes. This was one such way. Getting a hold of a unique honey that has a unique flavour, cold smoking it, and putting it on dishes such as wings, lamb, pork, and dressing them up.
There are two types of honey. Tell me, I've got them here in my hand. One's called the smoked whiskey old fashioned.
Yep.
And the other one is the original, just the smoked honey.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, do you make it here in WA? Fully?
Yeah, it's a fully WA product.
And with all the controversy with honey in the last few weeks, is yours 100% real honey?
It is. It's raw honey, straight out of the beehive. We source this from Muche, from a beekeeper up there. And what's unique about this honey is that particular variety. It's got a really unique flavour that responds really well to being smoked.
Now, where did you get your craving for barbecues and cooking and all that sort of? Because you're an architect.
Yeah, that's right. So look, I used to have a pizza oven at my old house, and we moved house, and the pizza oven unfortunately went with the house, and I needed a stopgap in between, and along came my Weber kettle. We had some mates who are all interested in the same style of cooking, that American low and slow cooking with big rich fatty cuts of meat.
Flavoursome food.
Yeah, very flavoursome food. And so for me that was a means of still enjoying cooking with fire.
Fantastic. And do you get to do a lot of barbecues yourself?
Yeah, well, we do now.
And I was asking you because I know there was one up at Chidlow, a barbecue type fair.
Yep.
Do we do a lot of them here in WA and Australia? Is it a popular thing?
Definitely around Australia. It's starting to pick up more and more over in the West. So we've got the smoke and barbecue competitions. We've got Smoke on the Water coming up in November 3 and 4. We've just had the Chidlow, which was a KCBS sanctioned comp. And next year we're going to have a whole lot more.
Now, people out there will probably be saying, he said smoked honey, it's different. Can you describe the taste for those people who love honey? How different is it?
Well, it starts with the honey itself. Having that black butt character is really important. It's got a real treacle note about it. The red gum brings a bit of spice to it. And then what you'll get is at the end of the palate, you get a really smoky campfire, bushfire taste, which gives the smoked honey a savoury note, which matches up well with really earthy foods. It also a really great balance for fats, which is why it works so well on barbecue foods, but also on cheeses, on
so it's
dairies.
Not overly fattening. It's not going to cause me to look even double the size.
No, well look, I mean it's
moderation.
It's a honey. I mean, honey's a honey.
It's beautiful. Honey is amazing on its own.
It's an amazing natural product.
And smoked honey is just, I can't wait to taste it. Now you've brought in a couple of examples because people out there are saying, well, how can we eat it? Do we just spread it on our toast? I suppose you can if you want to. Honey and butter and all that sort of thing. How do you recommend a couple of ways that we can eat it?
Well, I've got a few ways in front of us here. So, look, this is the variant on the smoked honey, which is the whiskey old fashioned.
Yep.
With that one, we've infused the smoked honey with a Talisker Storm whiskey, which is a really peaty whiskey out of the Island Sky.
So it's not, Jack Daniels or anything like that.
No, it's got a lot of peat to it, and that complements the smoked.
Special whiskey.
It is a special whiskey, also with oranges and bitters.
Yep.
So you'll get the whiskey old-fashioned component in this. And I find that with the orange, it's great on the cheese board.
Let's try some, because I know they want us to see what it looks like on the set.
Yeah.
Now, I did smell some before we started, and it's just an incredibly smoked smell for those people at home that haven't tried this yet. Now, you're just spreading it straight on the cheese and all the food directly.
Yeah, just straight on top like that.
All you need now is a big fork.
Yep.
And you just indulge. Do you find your friends are loving it? Because it's always hard to do new things when you invite people over for dinner.
Yeah.
And I think this is such a great idea.
I think this is great for the barbecue season coming up because what it means is you can get a plate of food out there while you're tending to other stuff.
Can we try some?
Yeah, go
Look,
for
I
it.
might try a bit of the salami. Is it hot salami?
Yeah, only a little bit.
Here we go. It's subtle.
Mm.
You know what? You don't actually, because I love salami, to describe it to people at home, you don't actually lose the flavour of the salami, you enhance it.
Yeah.
It adds a slight sweetness to it, but not overpowers it, which is beautiful.
I think what you'll find with honey is it's a great balance for all kinds of fats, not just meats with fats, but also dairies as well.
Special gloves. I was just about to say I'm a fan of the old show Prisoner.
Yeah.
And I thought you were just about to do a scene from The Freak, which used to be a really bad prison officer, but why the gloves?
Well, when we move on to the last product, I've got some pulled lamb neck here, and I'll show you about that.
That is beautiful. Yeah. What is this here?
So this is a hummus. What I find with a smoked honey is that it's got a lot of earthy qualities from the actual smoke flavour as well.
Okay.
So that responds well to other earthy ingredients, and I find that chickpeas are very, very earthy ingredient.
So what do you do with that to make it enhance it with the honey?
So what we'd do with a hummus, you need to start with a really good quality hummus, and I always put a bit of paprika on my hummuses.
Yes. So this is just one that you've bought pre-made?
No, this is one that I made.
You make yourself?
Yeah.
But you can do it with a pre-made if you haven't got the time? Or
You could do.
Won't taste as good, but...
No, it doesn't taste as good.
Yep.
So after we've got a paprika, I like
So
a bit of
paprika.
bit of parsley on there as well.
This is all homegrown stuff I'm expecting?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
definitely. We've got some toasted pine nuts on there. I think any good hummus has some toasted pine nuts.
How nice is it when you dress food?
Yeah,
It's just
great.
better than a plain little plastic container with a bit of hummus in it.
Extra virgin olive oil. Yeah, now this is important, I think, because a good extra virgin olive oil has a sweetness about it, and that's what the honey's going to play off. It's going to play off that sweetness of that extra virgin olive oil.
Are you using the plain smoked honey?
I am here. I find that I don't think I need the fruit flavour. What I want here is I want that earthy smoke flavour from the smoked honey.
It.
That's right.
Now we're going to extend this segment because I know that we've got a couple more things to do, so that's all good. We'll just extend it to a couple of more minutes because I know our director's saying we're coming close to time.
Yeah.
That's all right. Now, you've just put the normal honey on there. Now, for those people watching as well, the jars are about $15 and we'll give out the website where people can find the person who sells it in WA. Or it's all around Australia. People can order it, can't they?
Yeah, they can.
All right.
Yeah.
So how would you eat that? Do you just scoop it out?
Yeah, I'd grab a cracker and...
And what have we got in the last one there?
On the last one, I've got some lamb necks. Now, this is typical barbecue food. Just wrap these.
Are you sure that's just hummus?
Yeah.
Not anymore. That is actually really, really nice. I have to
it's
say.
lovely.
I'm not a vegetarian.
No.
And yet I'm starting to persuade myself to try the other side.
I'm glad you mentioned because what we'd normally do on a hummus is that's a vegetarian way of serving it, but I'd love to dress it in some pulled lamb. So
is this pulled lamb? This is
not
just
yet.
lamb.
It's not pulled. It's just lamb neck.
Now the
at
reason you got
moment.
your gloves is because it's very hot.
Yeah.
And we've actually made it this morning.
Yep.
And we don't want to burn ourselves.
No.
So what do you do with that?
So I've got these lamb necks from Troy's Meats in Balcatta, and basically I've smoked this in the Weber kettle.
Yep.
For about 7 hours.
Oh wow! Look how beautiful and tender that is.
I've rubbed this in a coffee rub, Ruckus Rub, which is a coffee rub made by Perth Barbecue School. It's got a nice earthy flavour to it, being a coffee rub. But having these pulled meats,
That looks amazing. That meat just falls apart.
it does.
Incredible. What do you put anything else in there?
No, that's it.
So it's already covered with the honey or not?
No, not yet.
Oh, good.
So what we typically do with the pulled meats is we would serve them on top of a hummus.
Can I just say the pine nuts are amazing on that too, and the honey again. You don't over flavour things; you enhance it.
That's right.
Beautiful. All right, I'm dying to try this one. So this is just lamb that's been cooked in a barbecue.
Yep.
Or an oven.
Weber kettle, smoked with a bit of pecan wood.
And you
a
mix
bit of
that up
cherry
with
wood.
the hummus.
Yeah, I serve it on top of the hummus. I think that's a nice dish.
I'm going to try. I know that we've got a website, Tristan. Tell us the website for people to get the actual honey if they want to buy it right now and maybe order it for Christmas as well as presents.
Fireworksandsmoke.com.au.
We've got the website again on screen. Let's pop it up on screen, folks. There it is there. Fireworksandsmoke, all one word, .com.au. Go to that website, folks. You will find all the details of the people who sell the honey And you can also buy it online as well, as I was looking at doing, but I knew I was in Greece, so I didn't want to have it disappear from my letterbox in Balga. But that's all good. Thank you very much. I'm going to try this one. Was there anything else you wanted to tell us today?
No, look, I mean, it's just a great way of celebrating WA's honey. It's some of the best in the world.
WA food. You've got WA lamb, you've got cheeses, you've got salami, you've got everything that's fresh and local, and including the honey adds to it now. Let me try it. I'm in love. Seriously, folks, that is incredible. I'm going to have to can the whole show and record tomorrow because I've got a lot to eat here. Anything else that we need to bring to people's minds? Nothing? That's it?
That's it.
Thank you very much. I won't shake your hand because you've got a bit of meat on them.
Bit of lamb neck on there. Yeah.
Please support them. It is local honey. You can get your own smoked honey. There you go, made in WA. Thank you to Tristan. Thank you to Fireworks and...
Smoke.
What a name. And we'll see you after the break. Please support them. They are wonderful people and they're local. We'll see you after the break.
Hello and welcome back to the couch. And yes, Fred has vacated. He's gone, he's hiding in a corner somewhere because he knows that this is the time for the pontificants. And we always have a lot of fun on the pontificants. The pontificants, why are they called that? Because these guys and lady will pontificate about anything. And I'd like to introduce them now. Jacob Matten. Hi Jacob, how you going?
Hi Steve, how you going? I'm good.
Good to see you. This is the first time you've done this on set, isn't it?
It is. It certainly is. It's my first time on TV, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll get people to scrub put a bit more Vicks on their lenses so you look better. Kathy Parr. Hi Kathy, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
You're
How are you?
I'm fine. You're looking so petite sitting between these two.
I'll stay here forever then.
And good old Mick Gledhill. Mick, you've been on the pontificants before on the couch, haven't you? Good to see you back.
Thanks for having us, Steve.
Wonderful coloured shirt you've got there. What are you trying to do? Upstage me, are you?
That's a bit of a stretch, like your underpants, Steve.
Oh, you've seen the marks? Well, let's get the pontificants. We do a whole pile of segments here, and what I do is I introduce the team to some certain scenarios, and they have to give us clever answers. So let's go with the first one. The first one is called plagiarising the proverb. What happens is that I will give the first half of a well-known proverb, and the pontificants have to change the ending to give that proverb a completely different meaning. Jacob, you ready? We're going to start with you if you like. The first proverb, keep a stiff.
Keep a stiff or she'll leave and take half the stuff.
You've had that happen to you before, haven't you? Kathy, keep a stiff.
Near the door to scare away all the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Well, you're a friendly place to go and visit. And Mick, what do you keep a stiff?
Keep a stiff, drink handy for parents, please.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Now, our next proverb, and Kathy, we're going to start with you, is a fate worse than...
being drunk on a Tinder date.
I've never had that experience, Kathy.
No,
you must
neither
talk to me
have
about it later.
No, just recalling friends' experiences.
Mick, a fate worse than...
Death would be tax, I reckon.
And Jacob, a fate worse than...
A fate worse than Mick's shirt.
What a burn.
You've thrown out the colour balance in the studio.
I pay good money for this shirt, man.
Right. You paid $3 for that online.
Not that much.
And Mick, we'll start with you because I love your shirt.
Yeah.
You've obviously got my sort of taste, which is horrible. Separate the sheep from...
Live export, thank you.
Oh, yeah, good political statement there. Jacob, separate the sheep from...
Separate the sheep from the rat, cat, pigeon, cockroach, and all the other animals they use to make my doner kebab.
There you go. I like the cockroaches. That gives it a bit of crunch. Thanks very much. And Kathy, separate the sheep from...
The woolen, the colours, and make sure you use the woolen cycle.
Very, very good advice from the fab lady there. Our next segment is called Say It With a Song. Now, what we're going to do is you have to pick a well-known song to describe each of these scenarios. So I'm going to start with you again, Jacob, because you are obviously the best-looking bloke there on the couch. You've been caught in an escalator and there's no one around to switch it off.
It's got to be Stairway to Heaven.
Oh, yeah, yep. And Kathy, you've been caught in an escalator and there's no one to switch it off.
Footloose, I've got to get my foot loose.
Excellent. If you win today, that prize money will go to buying you singing lessons, I think. Mick!
Aww.
Oh, no, you were wonderful. Mick, you've been caught in an escalator and there's no one around to switch it off.
I have, and it's called Stuck on You by Elvis.
And we're going to our next one. Kathy, we're going to start with you this one because I'm sure this has probably happened to you. The thread in that outfit that you bought for your wedding is unravelling as you stand in the church.
Turn me loose.
And Mick, the thread in your wedding outfit is also unravelling as you stand in the church.
Yeah, I don't want to dance by split ends, thank you.
Split ends is right. And Jacob, the thread in your outfit is also unravelling as you stand in the church.
Various Methods of Escape by Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, right. You could have used that nail to sort of get the thread
Could
sew
have.
it back in.
Or could have
You
used it to escape, which both would have been good options.
Would. Mick, here's your third one. I can't imagine this ever happening, but you are mistaken for an entertainment icon, so are upgraded to first class on a flight.
Yeah, you only live once by the Strokes, hey, Steve.
Yeah, that would only happen to you once, probably.
Yeah.
Jacob, well, I can imagine you being mistaken for an entertainment icon, Jabba the Hutt or someone like that. You are mistaken for an entertainment icon, so are upgraded to first class on a flight.
First of all, if I was mistaken for an icon, that's probably not really a mistake, is it? That's just recognition. No, It Wasn't Me by Shaggy.
Right, yeah. And Kathy, I can't imagine. Well, I can imagine this. You're mistaken for an entertainment icon, so upgraded to first class on a flight.
I could be so lucky.
So those singing lessons are going to come in handy,
Yeah,
aren't they?
bit.
Right,
bouncing
now
off the
segment
walls.
3, it's called A Picture's Worth a Couple of Words. And what we're going to do is we're going to show you a series of photos, 3 photos, and what you have to do is you have to tag these photos. You have to tell us what the photo is all about. So, first photo, please. There we go. Ah, yes, look at that. Somebody's a great speller. I reckon that this guy I reckon has been hired by my local council to do the line marking. And I'll start with you, Jacob. What are you going to call that photo? What's your tag for that photo?
Stop. Dyslexics Crossing.
Oh, come on. Dyslexics are the people who.
And Kathy, what's your caption for that particular photo?
I would say that O after T except after P.
Very good. You look like you know a lot about P. And Mick, what's your caption for that photo?
I can't believe that. It's like the Gonski net plan going to plan, isn't it? It's going well, isn't it?
Yes,
Gonski would be really happy with that result.
Yeah, I reckon he would. He'd be terrific. Now we've got our next one. Picture 2, please. Picture number 2 coming up. Oh, it's good to see you in there, Kathy. You're the one on the stairs, aren't you? So we better start with you. Kathy, what's your caption for this photo?
Well, there's 2 types of drunks. One is a pane in the glass and the other one's a staircase.
Oh, yes. And Mick, these girls have actually been out with you, so what's your caption?
I'm sorry, but they look like Russian nerve agents. And they've had some, right?
Don't go anywhere near them with an umbrella. Jacob, what's your caption for that wonderful photo?
Welcome to the Hotel Cosby Fornia.
Oh, and picture 3, we'll bring that picture 3 up for you right now. There we go. Oh, this is very interesting. Coffins on wheels by the looks of things. It's an open air hearse, obviously. Mick, we'll start with you. What's your caption for this one?
You know what? I told that bloke he would be late for his own funeral. Hey.
Jacob, what's your caption?
Should have hired a Hertz. But they weren't coughing up the cash.
Oh!
I'm gonna get a little punch there.
And Kathy, what's your caption for that wonderful photo?
Oh, stuff the scenic route. I'm out of here.
That's pretty good. Okay, our next segment was called Poor Excuses. And I bet you guys are brilliant at giving poor excuses because each pontificant has to give the worst possible but most creative excuse for the following situations. Jacob, whilst drink driving, you drive through the front door of a police station.
Constable, is this my Airbnb?
And Kathy, not that I would suggest that you've ever drove before, although I do know that you do drink drive, that because you enjoy that particular washing powder.
Yeah, but it ends up all over the dashboard.
Whilst drink driving, you drive through the front door of a police station.
Excuse me, can I have 2 Big Macs, 2 French fries and a Diet Coke, please?
That's good, yes. It's a very arresting statement you made there. And Mick, I'm sure that there's a history to this one. Whilst drink driving, you drive through the front door of a police station.
Well, on the front of the police station, it did say "We serve," and I thought it was a drive-through takeaway. I'm sorry.
You two haven't been colluding, have you, Bonnie?
You shouldn't drink and drive. That's why I catch Uber to work.
Thank you very much. And our next one is, Kathy, this is for you. Just before your mum gets in the shower, you place a giant huntsman spider on the inside of the shower curtain.
Mum, you found Fluffy!
And Mick, I can imagine you doing this, Mum. To your mum, yes. What's your excuse for putting the spider there?
I put it there to protect it from other spiders. You know, like my uncle.
Oh, you mean Uncle Rock?
Oh, come on, Steve. Okay.
Knowing your family, I'm not surprised. Jacob, just before your mum gets into the shower, you place a giant huntsman spider on the inside of the shower curtain.
I wanted to show her hairy legs can be beautiful.
Yes, I could appreciate that. And we'll start with you, Mick. You are a Parliament House cleaner who puts a whoopee cushion on the Prime Minister's seat just before question time.
Yeah, I wanted it to match the content he was going to say, right?
Jacob, what's your response to that?
Honestly, I just picked any seat at random, which is the same way we pick our Prime Ministers.
That's true too. And Kathy, your response?
I got the wrong memo. I thought it said farting time and not question time.
Well, they're indistinguishable sometimes. And finally, our last segment called Zingers Finish Off These Jokes. Each pontificant has to finish off this well-known joke, but you cannot give the original punchline. Jacob, why did the mafia cross the road?
To make you a pedestrian crossing you can't refuse.
Yeah, good excuse. Kathy, why did the mafia cross the road?
To get to the violin case. Oh.
And Mick, why did the mafia cross the road?
Hey, the road got made, hey.
I love the Godfather impressions, by the way,
They're
guys.
very good. He looks like Uncle Paulie. Kathy, what do you call a sleepwalking nun?
A lady with bad habits.
Yes, that's true. And what do you call a sleepwalking nun, Mick?
You should call all nuns sister, even if they're at the casino. Hey.
And Jacob, what's your response?
It was way past her bedtime.
Oh!
But she just kept Protestant.
Yeah.
She's evangelosed it.
Oh, very good.
Oh, so if you add them together, it gets better. That's what I think.
a lot of work went into that. And Mick, why did the policeman smell badly?
Because he arrested my dad.
And you wear the same clothes,
Yeah,
Dad, I
I know.
noticed. Jacob, why did the policeman smell badly?
I object. Bacon smells amazing.
And Kathy, why did the policeman smell badly?
He had too much copper in his system.
Oh, very good. Thank you very much. That's the pontificants. Jacob Matten, Kathy Parr, and Mick Leadhill. Thank you very much. That's the last pontificants for 2018. And very shortly, Fred will be back after this break. Goodbye.
Welcome back to the couch. I hope you enjoyed the pontificance. And this man right beside me is the guy who puts it together, Steve Collins, and his lovely partner, Heather Collins. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you, Fred. I'm going to talk about my favourite hotels today.
Only yours?
Well, no, because...
Do I get a word in
You
too?
do? Oh, there we go. She started already. No, because two of them are also Heather's favourite hotels.
All right.
One of them she hasn't been to. So we'll start with them first
All
because
right.
the first one is in Siem Reap in Cambodia. It's called the Baby Elephant Boutique Hotel.
I think I
And
remember
this place was fabulous, wasn't
wonderful.
it?
Tell us-
Absolutely brilliant.
Tell us why it's so beautiful.
Well, first of all, it's Australian owned and run, and it's run really, really well. But it is a very, very comfortable hotel. The rooms there are great. The gardens are beautiful. It's got a good pool. The staff are so well trained.
The staff are locals.
Yeah,
look at the
they
pictures
are.
too.
You
It's
get
just beautiful.
the-
You would love it here, Fred.
Did you have the top floor, lower floor?
We had
We
the
were
first
up-
floor.
Yeah, there was
first
another floor above
Another
us,
floor
but
above that.
that's
And this
beautiful.
is just what they
Yes.
do. They put the elephant there in the pool and everything. They have happy hour every night with cocktails.
These are real photos, aren't they, Steve?
These are
You've
real
taken
photos. Yeah, these are photos I took. They're just it's a wonderful place.
I love it.
We loved it. It's
very
not
relaxing.
It's not in the centre
Yeah.
of Siem Reap near Pub Street, which is where
Noisy
the main
and rowdy.
entertainment area. It's about a 10-minute walk away, so it's a lot quieter.
And price-wise?
Price-wise, I think it was only costing us
About
about
$60
$60
a
a
night.
night.
For
or
two of
something.
you, including
Yes.
breakfast?
Yes, including
What a
breakfast.
bargain. And it
Yeah,
looks
was wonderful.
clean. It looks quite
Yes.
funky and modern.
Perfectly clean. They also they're very environmentally friendly. For instance, they use bamboo straws for drinks and stuff like that. They cater for vegan meals and stuff. The
It
food's
looks nice.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Very
And the
nice.
staff are fantastic. So that's it. The Baby
Elephant.
Elephant Boutique Hotel
Beautiful.
in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Each of us would recommend it, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Out of 5, what
It's
would
up
you
to-
give it?
5.
Oh,
Five.
it was 5. I'll give it 4.5.
4.5,
because
just
I'm
a bit-
a harsh critic.
Fair enough.
The
What's the second one?
The second one, Heather hasn't been there, but this is in Cape Town. It's the Table Bay Hotel. Now, Cape Town is one of the most magnificent cities in the world. It's very dramatic. You've got the Table Mountain in the background. That's the Table Bay Hotel.
You've stayed
This is a
there,
typical
haven't
room. I've stayed there. The rooms here are massive and they're so comfortable.
look beautiful.
And they're wonderful. But the whole thing, it's located on what they call the V&A waterfront, which is the most visited place in South Africa. It's just wonderful. They've done this whole
He's very
waterfront
lucky
there.
I was talking
Heather
to
wants
him.
to go there.
But there's lots of restaurants and bars and shopping centres nearby. So it's very, very central, and you're right on the harbour.
So the top 3 things why you liked it so much?
Well, first of all, I like the fact that the size of the room and the quality of the room was
Good,
wonderful.
spacious.
The friendliness and the efficiency of the staff,
Very
they were
important.
brilliant. Location. Their breakfast is one of the best breakfasts I've had anywhere. It was just wonderful, and it's beautiful views out over the waterfront.
And I
and
can
stuff.
tell Heather he didn't pay for this hotel because it was very luxurious.
That was
What would this set
Absolutely
you back
right.
if you did have to pay for that?
Look, I'm not sure
Couple
because
hundred?
what you do is you pay in rand, when I was there, it was 13.5 rand to the Aussie dollar. South Africa is not expensive for Australians because of the currency
money's good.
exchange.
Fair
So
enough.
I'm not exactly sure what it would have cost me,
It looked
but
good.
it was good value.
The name
excellent
again?
value. The Table Bay Hotel
Beautiful.
in Cape Town, South Africa. And our last one,
Yep.
we're in Bali now.
Oh, my
And,
town.
your town, but you've never stayed here, and
Oh,
you should.
okay.
Because this is a little place in a town called Mas, which is not all that far from Ubud. It's sort of between
Mas.
Chuluk and Ubud. You know Chuluk, where the silver is?
Yes, I do. I've been there
and
many
the jewellery and the angel. What's it? The
Angel to Angel.
one of the best jewellery spots there. But this Taman Harum cottages,
Oh,
just
that's
beautiful.
lovely. Very old
locally
looking.
run. Very, very traditional.
That's the word.
This is a wood carve in town, and there's lots of wood carvers
Oh, that
there.
looks nice.
The
It
rooms
is.
are absolutely beautiful, and they've got one of the things that I love about Bali. The outdoor bathroom is just terrific.
You know, I love
that
the
pool
whole
there.
look.
You stand on that pool and you look to your right, you can see the ocean because we're right up pretty high. And you look to your left and you've got Mount Agung. It's the only place I've been to in Bali where you can see the
that's
ocean
in
and the
Mas?
mountain.
Mas?
Mas, M-A-S.
M-A-S.
No,
And-
it's M-A-S-S.
M-A-S-S.
M-A-S. No, it's not. It's
M-A-S.
M-A-S. It's Mars. It's
Fair enough.
But it's about 10 minutes from Ubud.
And-
So if
and
you
the
want
name
to
of the
start
hotel?
around, It's called the Taman Harum Cottages, and they've
I
got
love
their
it.
gorgeous, aren't
Oh.
they?
I
and
love-
the staff are so friendly,
Do
aren't
you know
they?
what I love about that hotel? It actually has a traditional style.
It is. You would love
looks
it. You
clean
would
and
love it
modern,
there.
but
Yep.
it's traditional. I hate how you
It
go to
is.
these concrete jungles now.
No, nothing like that.
Everything's made.
But the gardens are beautiful. There's all this artwork there because that's what the villages in Bali. Each village they specialise in something. Well, Mars they specialise in wood carving. It's a
Thank you.
wonderful little place. We love it there, don't we?
Thank you for making your first appearance on TV. Now you know how to fill in next year when Steve's busy or locked in the car.
She should wear a more colourful shirt.
Yeah, maybe we can make her some when I go to Bali. Thank you to Steve. Thank you to Heather. Thanks to everybody that watched the show today. We've had a pretty busy show. We look forward to your company next week for our last show of the year here at Aurora Television on Foxtel. We leave you today with a great song. Control is the band. The song is called Gold on the Ceiling. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Down in the waves, she screams again. A roar at the door. My mind can't take much more. I could never drown. They wanna get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't lying, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my house. Clouds covered love, barbed wire snare. Strung up, strung out. Oh, I just can't go without. I could never drown it. They wanna get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't lying, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my house. They wanna get mine. They wanna get my gold on the ceiling. I ain't lying, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my gold on the ceiling. I ain't lying, just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright, ain't no God in my house.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Crown and Andrews Board Games. Fun for the whole family. And and Scoot Airlines. Get out of here with Scoot.